Holy site complete in my capital. Good. Shrine time. Next up, that Pingala is finished. I believe Magnus is always a good opportunity, and I'm going to stick him somewhere that's fairly flexible to send settlers from. I mean, there's places on my own continent for me to settle, and I probably should take advantage of those, but let's go for decaf over here. That should work. That has unlocked the mausoleum for me, which is exciting. So let's go and do this one. I wanted to put it on this tile there, but I think getting that into my capital nice and quickly is going to be very handy. Look at this, my fleet of small boats all sat just on the shoreline, ready to jump into the Indian Ocean and go and find somebody to raid. The pirate life is for me, but unfortunately this world is literally too small. It's too small. Oh, culture yield increase. Another industry. Perfect. That's really handy. I've actually been deliberately working trade routes at the beginning of the game that put roads down, and these roads across my islands are very handy. Because at the moment, what can sometimes happen with these big naval maps is that your units will just sort of like jump into the sea any opportunity they can get. But being able to walk on the land is quite secretly helpful. I'm also going to bring my horses over into this direction as well, because what I'm doing is keeping an eye out for barbarian outposts, and as I search the map, as soon as I find one, it's like, right, off I go and kill it, get the trade route, build up my empire. Profit! Profit! I guess that's the easiest way of putting it. Colossus has just been taken. Okay, that's fine. We'll go and find it, we'll go and take it for ourselves. Feudalism, that gives me one of the best things in the game, serfdom. Beautiful. You have to love that policy card. Extra 2 charges on all of my builders. It's fantastic. Pyramids are technically an option here. It's a shame Imhotep hasn't popped up as the first engineer. Sometimes when that happens, I like to jump on it. And there we go. Here's my religion. I am the 4th religion being plopped into this game. As mentioned before, having some sort of religion that works on population or something similar, I mean, that could work really nicely for me. And I'm thinking fruits of labour, plus 1% production for each citizen following the religion. I could easily get that into like 10 per city probably. That would be very handy. Or I could go for 1% culture for each citizen following the religion. I'm not really going for a culture run, so I think I'd take the production over that, but that's the sort of thing I'm going for. Yeah, fruits of labour. We haven't done anything like this for some time. Let's do this. Now, plus 1 faith for every follower of religion, plus 1 science for each follower of a religion. Oh, this is the choice. Do I go for gold? Do I go for culture? Do I go for science? It's all good. I think I'm going to go for science. So let's go for the usual one, cross-cultural dialogue. So it's all based on population at the moment. Now, unfortunately, the only city following my religion is this one. Oh, I love that blue. That is a very nice blue. But I have the Golden Age, so 150 faith will give me a missionary, and I can fling it out in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will only take me 2 missionaries to spread around the entire of my empire, so that's good. Oh no, it's Queen Victoria. England are on the map. England don't like pirates. They really don't like pirates. They've come from the north as well. That's a little bit of unfortunate, but that's okay. There is the ability to cross the seas. We have it. Military training is exciting. I'm going to go now for mercenaries. That gives me my Yong, which is my improvement frigate. Now, basically what's going to happen is I'm going to keep all of my quadriremes behind because those will all upgrade, and everyone else is going to go across the sea for a second. Away you go, everyone. Find me a target that I can plunder. Did it trading with England as well? Like immediately we're jumping on this, and okay, they've got pretty much everything they could want, and they haven't really got much to trade with me as well. They're doing better with me on score. How many cities are they on at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with their capital, compared to my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're doing pretty well. I just actually now have the ability to get a library there. Perfect. That was my campus being finished. I've got other campuses now popping up as well. Still pirating, still stealing barbarian boats from everybody. It's quite useful. Mohenjo-daro, this gives my cities full housing, regardless of whether they have fresh water or not. Useful for me, but again, Auckland is the one I'm looking for. I do know that Auckland is on the map, so we're just sort of going to be keeping our eyes peeled for that one. Portugal, oh wow. Okay, so there are definitely some naval powerhouses on this map. To be honest, I wasn't expecting an easy ride, but if I had any illusions over the fact that this might be an easy map, this is it's going to put us to the test, our boating ability. Oh yeah, of course, using a missionary gives me science because I have Fez, so I just unlocked apprenticeship nice and quickly. Excellent stuff. I've got the mausoleum popping up, and then in a second I'll get the industrial zone down. How am I doing science-wise? Portugal's on 24 techs, I'm on 19. I'm doing okay, but I'm not actually doing as well on science as I maybe could have hoped that I would be. Barb camp. Oh, these yongs are going to be very important. As well as privateers. I need a lot of privateers, I think. Ooh, Bermuda Triangle is right by my capital. It looks like it is a proper triangle that has spawned in the middle of the sea with nothing around it, unfortunately, but we'll definitely keep an eye on that one. Oh, actually, Portugal are way more likely to want to trade with me on pretty much anything, so that's good. Perfect stuff. They've even got turtles for me. Lovely, lovely. We've got universities just to pop along now very soon. That'll help me a lot. Portugal, of course, they'll have their navigation schools. That'll improve them a lot. Atoll, here we go. Districts on or next to coast tiles are going to give 2 culture. That's a lot of my districts, so we'll keep an eye on that one. I need to get charismatic leader switched out. Education. Yeah, Fez is useful. How much does it give me? Is it 20 per population? Yeah, that's 80 science. I just got a ton's worth of science from getting espresso on to my religion. Good stuff. Another missionary, I think. Need a kill. There's Auckland. There it is. Okay, nobody's taken it over yet as well. What do they want? They want to construct a campus. Oh, I'm going to do that in 3 turns. Anyway, perfect. You know what? Let's unlock this. I'm going to stick Thirst Envoy counts as 2. That's great. Maritime Industries, is that still the best one to do? I think it probably is. So, okay, that's good. And then I'll give Auckland this. But Auckland gives 1 production for every coast tile being worked. And just honestly, it's too good to miss out on. Xavier, she's not doing as well, actually. Not as well, but still is doing okay. She'll buy all my coral for 18 gold per turn. This is why meeting people is a good thing. She'll also buy the horses for quite a lot as well. Of course she will. The Horse Queen. Let's get myself the university in my capital quickly. That's 6 science. Bam, 95. I didn't make 100 by 100, but I'm not far behind. It's too tempting, isn't it? I'm just going to have to drop into the Bermuda Triangle because I can. And, oh, right by all my other galleys. That was pointless. Kamasi and Dido. We really have a very navally heavy map. I genuinely didn't do that deliberately. This is just how it works. I love that. I'm curious as to whether anybody else went for pirates. Void Singers, Sanguine Pact, Isles of Minerva. Okay, there doesn't appear to be any other pirates. That's not to say there won't be, but, I mean, we may be the only one who thinks that the pirate life is for us. It's difficult to say. So I've met Cardiff, we've met Bologna. It's quite a few things. I mean, Kabul is just amazing. That double experience when I fight people makes a huge difference. But I think Portugal looks like a pretty ripe target for attack. They have a huge navy, 1,200, so we've really got to get building. But I mean, they're just on the coast. They're just on the coast, and look, my pirate ship can do so much damage. There's Auckland, which means, look at these tiles now. Another production has waded in. I've got the mausoleum almost built in my capital as well. That's going to make this city just insanely good. In fact, just going to treat it to another builder, 5 charge builder. I've got 1, 2, 3 fishes I can see at least that are being either worked or could be worked, so that will help. Even got more campuses being finished as well. Oh, this is beautiful. It's lovely. Where are you? Professional army. Let's stick that in, and hopefully that means that my quadroons, yeah, 185 gold for the upgrade. I think going for Portugal has got to be a good move. Egypt not doing so well. That's never really a surprise, is it? Poor old Egypt. Not a very good Civ in Civ 6. There it is. The mausoleum. 1 science, 1 faith, 1 culture on all coast tiles for the city, as well as having an extra great engineer charge. It's my favourite wonder. It's everyone's favourite wonder. And just wait until you see the yields of this capital city. You ready? You ready? Strategy. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Let me just put it on a nice thing. Look at that. Some of these tiles are just insane. Like, I think, which are the best ones? Like, this squid is a pretty good one. Look at that. 5 food, 3 production, 4 gold, 1 faith, 1 culture, 1 science. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's get a nice +4 industrial zone down here as well while we're at it. We're up to 130 science per turn. Barb encampment destroyed. Extra trade route. Lovely. There's my unique boat. It's the Yong. These things are so powerful. 55 range strength, but they get another +5 when they're in a formation. A formation is basically when you combine it with any other unit, like a builder, for instance. You could just have it in a formation with that. Very strong. Let's just quickly get a lumber mill in. There's mass production boosted, and there's a missionary giving me a huge chunk of 180 science. That's mass production sorted as well. That gives me the upgrade of the shipyard, which will make my pirate stronger, as well as the Venetian arsenal, which lets me double build boats. That's an amazing card for me. Okay, where am I going now? We've found Niter. Niter's not really as important because we have Yongs this time round. I think we're going to go for the Kilwa now. Build ancient walls, own 3 archers. Don't have either of those, so we're just going to rush build, or basically just force build both of them. A perfect industrial zone in my capital. That helps a lot. That's very useful, and I think we could just get the workshop in if I just sell something. A couple of horses, anyone want? Some iron people want? There we go. That's all I needed. The workshop is in there. Good. That'll help me to rush these early game engineer points because I have Pingala with grants in, so that's double great people in the city. Lovely. Now the shipyard, it's just an amazing building, so I think I'll build it first. We'll go for shipyard and then Venetian arsenal. There it goes. Lovely stuff. Machinery is done. Kilwa is buildable. Okay. Do we want to go for Venetian arsenal or Kilwa first? That is a good question, and one I don't immediately have the answer to. The shipyard's going to give me a bunch of extra production. I think I really need to focus on getting some traders into my capital as well. Available routes? Let's have a look and see what I can get in. Really, it's all cross-continental at the moment. The routes at the moment are a little bit rubbish. Be thinking about getting things like Visselbanken in. I love these missionaries. Bit of extra printing. Reformed Church has been boosted. Lovely stuff. Okay, anyone else want any horses? Come on, my horses are legendary. Oh yeah, you do. Perfect. That means I can now get in another university, which is giving me 8 science. Oh boy, that's a big one. That is a big one. Goodness me, my science is actually very impressive this game. I'm in second, 7 techs behind Portugal, who is the tech leader. They possibly are not the people to be going for here. They also have 1,800. Okay, right. I'm starting to second guess myself here. Do I go for... But I mean, their cities are just so plump. Oh, yes. I feel like they're the ones to go for. What I'm doing, by the way, is I'm going Divine Reich. Reich? Oh dear. Divine Right. Oh dear. That gives me that government. And then I'm going to go over to press gangs in Merchant Republic to build my boats quicker. You can see I'm getting the shipyard in. Then I'll get the Venetian arsenal in quickly. Then I'll get the Kilwa in quickly after that. I just need to push my cards around. It'll be good if I can get wonder building sorted as well, which I'm just about to pick up in Gothic architecture as well. So there's a lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff. But as I say, I need to build more of a navy. I have nothing compared to anybody else. Monarchy. Okay, professional army is relatively useful. Maritime Ministries is not relatively useful, but veterancy is. Diplomatic League is good. Serfdom is good. Natural Philosophy is good. Republican Legacy is also good. I need Gothic Architecture. That would be even more useful, so let's put that in instead of Serfdom for now. Let's do that instead of Serfdom. I just have to avoid getting builders for a second until I don't need it anymore. Less grievances for me, and I'd love to be able to condemn Anglicanism. I mean, that sounds great. Not going to go through. Canism is going to get +10. Okay, fine. Whatevs. I don't care. It's all good with me. 100 science for that. Lovely. The Mayans. Hello. Not doing as well scientifically as I thought you might. I guess they don't get reef bonuses on campuses, do they? Which will probably hold them back quite a lot. Oh, they're also right next to me. They're also right next to me, and they're incredibly weak. You know what? I like the idea of this all of a sudden. Yongs, through you come. We're going to go and move all of my units around to the other side of the continent. I think this is where we'll be going to war. Okay, so the Jolly Ursa is just totally the wrong side, right? Oh, apparently he wants to go all the way around the world. I don't think that's a sensible idea. Come this way. Thank you. So my shipyard is now done, which means that the Jolly Ursa now hopefully has a bit more strength. Plus 20 from shipyard. It's now tanking with 70 power. Oh, yes. That's really, really good. Chosen campus gains housing and amenities. That is perfect for my capital. Thank you. That is handy. 600 faith to get 1 young. Yeah, that's worth it. That's a good conversion. I think if we can take over the Mayans, how many cities have they got? Let's have a peek. 6. I mean, that would be very good. Very good for us. Venice is now on my religious side as well. Boost square rigging for me. I use Fez so little, and I really should use it more. It's just great. Oh, industrialization. That is amazing. Interrupting these wonders briefly, like so, to get the diplomatic quarter. That will give me an extra envoy. I can build a consulate in. That's going to get tons of extra science in my capital. Yeah, that should just help to push things through. Big old science boost from Fez. There we go, 140. That's my religion. Yeah, almost entirely. Actually, Kabul can get converted as well. Perfect. Well, this is even better. Upgrading my galleys quickly to caravels. Gives me the exploration boost that I'm looking for. Perfect. My Yongs have actually picked up the horses that were killing the encampments from before. It gives them that little bit of extra combat power that I'll need just to sort of push through. But yeah, just exploring Mayan territory here. Looks like Egypt is also right next to me, and they're also pretty weak scientifically, so they could be a good target to go for as well. Very much picking on the weak in this game rather than going for the people that actually stand to pose a little bit of a challenge. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, really. And this is the double whammy. Industrialization obviously is in the industrial era. That means that Auckland now gives me 2 production per shallow water tile rather than 1. So already my capital is now up to 80 production, but that's not everything. I can now get a factory that pushes it up to 88, do a little bit of trading just to get some more gold in, and then get a coal power plant, which should push me to 94. Now, the question is there any coal on my tiny little island? Ignore the coal power plant. There is in Venice. Venice, you're going to need to change your ways, my friend. Oh, and there's 2 down on this little peninsula. Okay, well that's perfect as well. In fact, could I? Is there a good canal route there? I'm just thinking of... yes, actually, I could. City centre there, and then I could canal this tile, and then also I could canal that tile, and that would break through. Look at that, that's pretty cool. Renaissance era, and that's a golden age, which means I can go for Hic Sunc Dracones, +2 movement on all of my naval units. That's a really, really big thing because I am moving slowly at the moment. Very slowly. I'm also having my traders stolen, which is a little annoying, but not that annoying. An admiral, he gives movement to Renaissance and Industrial era. Oh, that's a good little coincidence. Perfect. Well, he's going to do great. And, oh, Mayans, you've left a settler in the sea. That's not a good idea. Right, hang on. Why did you just disconnect? Sometimes they do that, and it's like, don't leave the horse alone. It's a really, really bad move. Yeah, right. Okay. What have we got? We've got quite a bit of gold per turn coming in with the Mayans at the moment. Who don't they like? Everyone's pretty chill about them, actually. Okay, well, we're just going to surprise war them just because they've left a settler in the sea. Yes, I know. And then we're going to go down one by one and just check to see if people want to get involved in this war. I'm not, like, offering anything particularly. I'm just flat trade deals today. No joint war bugs. None of that nonsense. I'm just asking, did people want to join in? Pretty much for a flat fee. So far, the answer is yes. Everyone but Scythia is now involved in this war. I mean, that was pretty easy. Cool. So the Jolly Ursa is just going to knock that warrior off. There's the settler. Captured. Brilliant. And this is just a good excuse to get quite a considerably large amount of experience in. Because don't forget, I'm getting double on all of my units. Yeah, that was quite handy. Now, this is the Mayan capital, I'm going to rush in here and try and take that city first. That's my goal. So either the only people that didn't want to join in on the war and they've denounced me. There's a lot of people are going to dislike me for doing what I just did. But you know what? I'm playing as pirates. This is exactly what pirates do. We're annoying. We're awful. Press gangs. Nice. Look at all those tasty trade routes. Yes. Oh, I love it. Actually, the Jolly Ursa can actually skip around past people, so that's good. Do one attack on the capital city. Otherwise, there is a little bit of a block. We're having to wait to come in here because of the way they've set their cities. It's actually quite difficult to get my units in. Although, actually, I can just... it says I can just skip them. Oh, no, my horse is just... Why did you do that? I'm going to be so careful on moving these units. They're just so stupid sometimes. And don't forget, I've got Hic Sunk Dracones off. So this stuff I'm actually going to use to get the coal city down here, because that would be a really good use of a city. But otherwise, if I do get settlers, they will be going across the sea. So just as we expected, we can now form an alliance with the English. They love a bit of privateering, don't they? Military alliance. Yes. And Egypt as well. Now, I believe a cultural alliance with you would be best, because I got a couple of places I bet I can settle right next to you that you just won't have defended. It's normally the AI way. Caravel is going to 100% chance of kidnapping the enemy, that ship. That's great. It did unfortunately block my way in, which is a little bit annoying. But the Yong can get rolling barrage. That's handy. We'll get that in. You just get back into the sea, horse. Jolly Ursa. What else are we going to do? This is combat strength against barbarians. Nope. This unit and all adjacent naval units +1 attack per turn. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's so good. Okay, they've got walls up. They did manage to stick walls up, but I'm really hoping with my newly promoted pirate captain, that won't matter. Venetian arsenal is done. Receive a second naval unit every time you train a naval unit. My capital is like 10 turns away from getting into absolute boat spam mode. It's going to be brilliant. Just you wait. Venetian arsenal, though, is now done. Kilwa, 7 turns. I think so. I think that's beautiful, and I love it. Let me just read this properly. This unit and all adjacent naval units can capture enemy naval units. Yep, we know about that. That's fine. They'll get +2 movement. They have 1 range and 1 combat strength. I forget that bit. Having an extra range is handy. Yes. That means I can actually move this unit in. Let's use my horse to link in with the Yong, and now that means that that boat can actually fire over the top now. That's handy. Okay, the caravel can come in. The last promotion is unit and all adjacent naval units get +1 attack per turn. So we'll move you into there. I'll move you there. I'll move you there. And what I should be able to do is... Okay, right, we can do a little bit of stuff here. We can pillage for 1 chunk of gold. I can shoot over the top once. Okay, it's not working there. I think it's because I might have used too much movement there on that one. Fine. I'll pillage and then I'll plunder the trade route. That's fine. What about this one? Do you have enough movement to fire twice? Probably not. Okay, it might not be working. It might not be working, but you know, it was worth a go, wasn't it? Pillage, pillage, attack, and no, it's definitely not working, unfortunately. That's a shame. It works on the pirate captain, but on nobody else. What does the consulate do? 4 gold, 4 science, 2 influence points. Yeah, that's all great. We're working well with city-states this game. We are playing nicely with friends. Everyone will be so proud of us. Oh no, walls have appeared again. Oh, what a shame, hey? Pirate captain Jolly Ursa can do 1 attack in that direction. In fact, actually, I think we should focus our attacks on the capital. See if we can hit that one into oblivion. I think the caravel should be able to attack and take the city. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Now, our attention flips to this city. Oh, they do double attack, but only if they haven't moved. That's what it is then. Okay, so slightly buggy, but it does effectively what we want it to do. That's good. Let's get that city in. Both of those cities are taken, and the loyalty should be good on both. Great. And then because of the move and fire options, we can now literally immediately move out. Convoy. We're going to have a lot of like embarked units in the sea, I think. This is going to be a real thing for us. Jolly Ursa leads the charge. Is attacking twice on these random little cities there. That's awesome. In fact, I should just come back to there, and then the privateer, sorry, the caravel can just attack in, take the city immediately. That was effective. Goodness me, we are just wiping through the Mayans right now. We don't like military emergencies. This is probably going to go through though. Someone's nuclear on me. Savia was that? Yes, and Dido. Okay, so trade route wise, we've got to be a little bit careful because I believe most of my trade routes were heading in this direction anyway. But that kind of gives me targets now, and I feel like a proper pirate. The world is at war with me because of my pillaging ways, and I'm quite happy about that actually. Attack and kill that warrior. That's good. Perfect, move my units through. This is lovely. And we come to Kopan, and that city's taken as well. Here's my new city. The only reason I've got this is A, for canals, and B, because of the coal down there. So I'll get a builder in nice and quick. Instantly builds a university and a library, and the universities give extra science. Oh my goodness, yes. That's great. Now, I've been building campuses in a few places now. I just need to work out where I've been building libraries and where I haven't. I think I might have ended up putting a campus, a library in pretty much every campus I've got, unless I've just taken one over. That's got a university. Anything else? Any other cities that I've taken over that may have I mean, maybe Uxmal might be a good opportunity there. Oh, Egypt were just about to settle here, but I've just pinched in. Haha. Oh, they're going to be annoyed about that one, but this is my continent, and I refuse to accept their place on it. And more importantly, I was going for this delicious +8 campus, and also sticking a canal on this town. There we go. Look at that, it's lovely. Attack and kill that unit, that's great, and then the Young can move in a little bit, give me some more visibility. Oh, I forget, these reefs, they take so much movement, I'm just not used to it at all. Let's get you in. Actually, hang on. Admiral lets us see over the top. Now I can shoot the city, like so, and shoot the city again, and then promote myself. Look at that. Tasty. And then I can attack once, and the second time, and just keep upgrading my pirate ship. The Jolly Ursa is going to become ridiculous by the time we're done with it. Oh, I've been waiting for this one. Atoll. 2 culture for all coast and lake tiles, or sorry, districts next to coastal lake tiles. But look at this, I'm on 82 culture per turn. Let's whack that in, and 168 culture per turn. That's worth 100% of the culture I was making. What a city-state. And then also, look at my science, 212, 226. We are racing ahead now. We're still not in the tech lead. Portugal is 9 techs ahead of us at the moment, which is a little bit frightening, but we're doing pretty much everything we can to get back on them. Oh, 20% growth? 3 housing in a host city? Goodness me, that's a good industry to get. Jolly Ursa, through you come. Right, let's get that Young attack in. Perfect stuff. Some of them just don't like double attacking. It's very strange. Others do. It's very ship by ship this. But if I get the Jolly Ursa across and try and attack this one to give myself a chance of taking their ships over. There we go, we've got 1 ship. Because don't forget, I can always promote the ships later. That's kind of like half the joy of it all. Through I come, and then I can attack that galley and take that over. Good. I feel like Mongolia. That's kind of the vibe that we've got going there. And then Uxmal, that city's taken as well. Now, where are their last city? Oh, it's down here in El Mirador. Of course it is. How did we miss this? No one is entirely sure. Kilwa. Oh yes, 3 envoys, and also, if I'm suzerain of 2 city-states of a certain type, which let me just tell you now is going to be pretty easy to do, seeing as I've gone all piratey and I'm just making friends of all the city-states, that'll be 30% boost to a yield in my capital and 15 everywhere else. Troops are merely passing by Portugal. I wouldn't worry about it. I genuinely am not going for you right now. But I'm already up to 250. And if I were to just steal Bologna, which I'm just going to hold off on for a sec, because I believe if I take the Mayans out of the game, we might have a little bit more luck here. 1 attack, and oh, the Jolly Ursa's got another promotion. Okay, right, there's the Barbarian attack. There is the plundering trade routes. And oh yeah, gain gold based on the combat strength of defeated units. That is pretty fun. I think that's the Mayans done now. Chocolate Hills, I've just discovered that. And I believe that means that I've just taken over Bologna as well. That's a really good pickup for me because that'll give me more engineer and scientist points as well as everything else. And it also means I now have 2 science city-state suzerains, which is very difficult to say, but we managed it. There we go. Look at that, 113 science coming in per turn, 310. This is where we attempt to catch up with Portugal. It's going to be tough, but if anyone can do it, we can. Now, just checking, press gangs is, yep, indeed, loaded. We've got 134 production in my capital right now. I think we're just going to have to start just spamming units. Yong, 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 like that. And we're not far from a seaport. I have rushed electricity. We are beelining right down the top of the tech tree because my Jolly Ursa, where are you? Where are you, friend? There you are. Look at it. Look at it in its majestic glory. It deserves this beam, this beautiful cylinder of light around it as it just sort of looks around for its next target. That will give it another combat bonus. The next question is Portugal. 2,000 military strength. Can we fight them? Can we do it? The answer is probably no. But am I going to give it a go anyway? Maybe. Okay, Wieselbanken is useful, but it's not what I'm going to go for right now because the extra influence points I'm getting is much more useful. That's getting me a lot of city-state fans and they're all adding up. I've got naval infrastructure because my shipyards are translating that gold into production. So that's pretty good. I've got extra science coming in. Everything at the moment is fantastic. Craftsman is just making my capital better for when it starts pumping boats out, which it is doing. I guess the only thing I could use is builder charges. But I think I'd rather just have to buy more builders at this stage than worry about that too much. Cardiff is useful though. That translates my harbour buildings into power, which means I haven't got to burn coal, which means my coal is going to go a lot longer. It also means I've now got 15% production bonus towards pretty much all buildings in my empire. And don't forget Fez, always giving me science. Oh, I built the Hanging Gardens in a captured city because it was letting me do it in 4 turns. So, there you go. We have growth of 15% in all cities now. Huzzah! Always worth when you capture cities, just having a look and seeing if there are any really cheap ancient era wonders you can still get. It's amazing how often they slip through. Don't mind me, just gonna pop down 1 missionary for 200 science. Boom! Oh yeah, look at that. In fact, actually, I can start now to buy missionaries from my captured city. Isn't that good? And even better, here is a seaport. Oh yeah, so already, okay, this has just made this has made all of the yields from these tiles just insane. If we just have a quick look at this. Hang on, look at that. Oh, what yields. What insane yields. Those are beautiful. But, don't forget, we can improve them further. We've got more builders to come. We've got more units to move. It's all fine. My navy is now just about to start surpassing 1,000 military strength. We're building loads of yongs per turn, like 2 per turn from my capital. So these are really, really beginning to pump out nicely now. I do need to think about just getting some infrastructure in here, actually. I'm just thinking a canal there would be really handy, and a canal there would be really handy. So I need some military engineers to get those done nice and quick. In fact, I can actually build those. 4 turns. Yeah, that is worth it. I think it's worth rushing them through with that. Okay, so that'll help me just to pull my units through this continent to the Portuguese front line. Which, speaking of, that is plus 25 strength now from attacking from a seaport. Oh, the Jolly Ursa is 95 strength now. You just wait. We're almost at privateers. Almost. Then I can start to raid. And I think I might just jump in on this war with Portugal, like, immediately. Let's just do it. Why not? Why would we wait? I know they're technologically superior, but this could be the most almighty battle we've ever seen. You never know. Join ongoing war. Come on. You know you want to. No, they know they don't want to. Okay, right. Now, Porto and Viseu are undefended. You've got to assume that they're going to stick walls up almost immediately. But this city here has only got ancient walls. So there are 3 very easy to hit walls. The other thing we need to watch out for is using the Jolly Ursa to steal ships. as best we can. We've also, don't forget, got the effects of Kabul on still. So double experience often means that shooting ships can give us more benefit and heal our units quicker than if we just left them alone. So it's always worth keeping an eye on. Okay, this might be tough to do, but look at this. 0% chance of capturing enemy. Oh, really? Really now? That feels low. That feels very low. Okay, Portugal do have field cannons, and they also have Ngazagamu. Okay, we've got to watch out for that one. That is a little bit more scary. Okay, let's just get rid of that boat quickly. I don't want it fighting me if I can help it. Ironclad, we'll just go and finish it. Lovely stuff. And so I can now attack Porto with the Jolly Ursa. I think next turn we should have enough strength to finish that one off. Let's get our Yong in like so. Oh yeah, we do double attacks. Perfect. Actually, that means we can we just steam the Ironclad in immediately. I don't think it's quite got enough strength, unfortunately. Oh no, there's one more Yong attack. That's good. That's good. Give yourself the promotions. This is fine. This is fine. I should just be able to do this. There's Porto. Nice. Okay, and it's already loyal. That is brilliant. Most of these cities that I've stolen are rubbish, but this one's decent. Now, England, are you genuinely trying to missionary here? Because I don't appreciate that. I would rather you just laid off a little bit here. Let me just quickly get myself a temple and an inquisitor or two. I'm going to ask you politely to leave, and if you don't, I may get grumpy. Now, Portugal have a lot of defences. They also have field cannons, or actually that's Ngazagamu's field cannon. That's not theirs, but the point still stands. They have a lot of defences, so I'm actually thinking of ignoring all of the defences, steaming through, and seeing if we can't just take the cities before they reinforce themselves. Now, the Jolly Ursa by far has the biggest range strength, but getting some Yongs in like this, and also like this, is pretty good because I can get the Jolly Ursa in. And let me just quickly check something. Yeah, the Ironclad can promote itself. Let's just do that quickly. Let's move you to there and promote yourself. That'll heal you slightly. But now it means I can fire over the top like that, and also again like that. Caravel actually has enough movement to get in, which is awesome because my Jolly Ursa can pull itself to this tile and go one attack, two attacks. I can caravel, take the city, kill an Ironclad in the process. And actually, I think did I just capture the Ironclad? No, I didn't. Okay, for a second, I captured the builder. It gave me a notification, and I was like, really? Did I get that for free? I didn't. I have a very useful ally to the north here. Bologna is massively holding back like a good chunk of Portugal's army. They're getting stuck against its zone of control. It's not really doing any damage. That's not the point of it. It's more just holding them up and being really annoying. I can capture that unit, which is actually really annoying. I kind of didn't want to capture that unit, but never mind. This city has ancient walls. Okay, not bad, not too bad. Means I can pull my Yongs in, and I can go attack like that. I can attack like that. Let's pull this one into that tile. Oh, not enough movement. That's fine. One more attack like that, and then attack with my ship, Jolly Ursa, and then a second attack. Almost gets it down, but my caravel is still, unfortunately, just a little exposed. Never mind. Both sources of coal now down to the south have been taken. That's really, really handy. We've got a lot of coal coming in per turn, up to 9 now. We've got coal power plants being built around my original atoll. Some amazing little cities popping up here. I need to focus on getting the population up a bit more now. My religion's only giving me 20 science per turn. It's not the biggest. I kind of sort of hoped a little bit that it would be higher than that, but never mind. It's okay. We're also now focusing just for a little bit on getting traders in, although that could be a really silly thing to do. Let's not do that. I can build units so much quicker than I can buy them, so let's just keep getting Yongs in for now. In fact, actually, Enlightenment means mercantilism is just there, so I can get privateers in. I don't know what oil is yet, so even though I've unlocked submarines, I won't have to build them, which is good. Here is the next target. Oh yeah, just firing straight over the top with my 3-range double firing Yongs. Look at them. Oh man, I can attack twice and then promote. That's crazy how effective that is. I don't even need to wait. It's crazy. Now, I don't think the Ironclad can break through this turn, unfortunately. And I believe this horseman... Oh, apparently the horse... It is strong enough to take the city. So I will absolutely do that. Oh my goodness, what a result. Ballistics boosted. And it's because the 2 forts I've got down there. Oh, and wonderful. And cuirassars. Is going to be a little bit more of a problem if they're on land, because they'll be able to take their cities back with them fairly easily, but if they're in the sea, well, that's another story entirely. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Davalex, Trafford Askby, Paul Coffey, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petrovan, Matthew Hatcher, Nim for all of your support, as well as everybody else who watches, likes, comments and engages with the video. Thank you very much, see you next time.